Hey again, I'm just an update on the fence. This is what it should look like when it's done. And then this is what I have left to do. It's like 6 furring strips. This is my setup. I got a vacuum attached so it picks up all the sawdust when I go. I'm using a 1-inch bit because my PVC pipes are 3/4 inch. They were cheaper somehow at Menards and Lowe's and everywhere, so I got those. If you order in bulk at Lowe's, they might give you a discount, like they did me. I got 200 of them, and I might need more. But here's all my furring strips. The ones including them and these, and the ones that are not done, I have a total of 93. And I cut 8 holes in each one. So that should be around 744 holes I would have drilled. So yeah, hopefully I can get it all spray painted on sometimes in the next couple days. I'll paint all of the pillars black. I have 22 total mini pillars. 4 are already done, but I need to drill holes in the bottom to stick posts in to hold them up. I'm going to be painting all the furring strips for the fence black. Just basically everything black, and then I'll go touch up with detail after it's set up. But well, here's some of the furring strips. I got like 14 painted. I got a lot more to do. But my pillars, as you can see, I painted them all black just so it helps with weather and the ground and stuff. But after it all dries up, I'll start putting my foam pieces on, and my little fire things, I painted them black, and I painted them, or I cut them to, if you can see that, there we go, I cut them to a shape on the sides, because I'll be putting them up there with 2 little clips, both of them, and I'll cut a piece of foam out right here, and I'll match the fire, and at night, so it doesn't get wet, I can just take it off the clips and put it inside. So yep, there's my pillars. I'll paint it black. Gotta put foam on, cut the foam, glue the foam, carve the foam, and then hopefully dry lock the foam, and I should be done, hopefully. Also need to paint all my furring strips, put all my furring strips on the PVC, and paint the mini pillars, cut holes in the mini pillars so pipes can go in. Also, what I found out was my holes are a little less than 1 inch, and all the PVC I got is exactly 1 inch. So I have to like make the hole a little bigger just so they could fit. So I got this thing. It's called a rotary rasp. So I'll just drill each hole basically again. Okay, I got all my furring strips for my fence all spray painted black, and now what I need to do is just go in, make these holes a little bigger. I also got all 22 of my mini pillars done, and I started putting foam on my pillars. So as you can see, I glued this down with the Glidden gripper. Then I went in and with a big washer and a big screw, so I can go through the foam, 1.5 inch foam, through the to the wood, and I did that in like 8 places. I got this side done, that side done, and then on the other one I just got this side done. So I need to do 3 sides on that one and 2 sides on this one. Then I should be ready to start carving it, sand it down, carve it, do all that. But with my fencing, I'm gonna have, I think, around 31 sections of 8 feet across. By tallest point is, I think, 5 feet. I haven't measured with the finials yet, but it's around 5 feet high. And I got a tombstone almost done. Looks like this. This was just to practice on. Look at I used dry lock on this one. And as you could see the progress in my other video with it. So the bottom looks like this. This is just another section glued on to the other part. This is just spackling that I filled in those lines that the pink foam has to easily break apart. And this is just the foam board caulking. And what I did was I cut out a section in this part, and you could kind of see it still running along here. But I put in a PVC pipe about 18 inches long and put some spackling over that, and then I put the dry lock on. This is about a couple coats of dry lock, so looks pretty good. I just need to go in and put some black paint in the detail and make it running, tea stain it a bit, but I'm pretty happy with it. Made by Dead End Cemetery Productions. What I did to make the lettering was I printed off some stuff off of Word and found some cool fonts that I liked. These are just supposed to be blood that I made. 666 with that, skull and horns and that. But it looks pretty good. Gotta do the bottom yet, but overall I'm happy with it. This is another one that I'm doing for friends of the family. This is the back, made by Dead End Cemetery Productions. Gotta come around and ship that out. This is another pipe. Since this foam was like just 1 inch, I just put the pipe on the back and put spackling, and then went over with Drylok. I had to quit with the Drylok because it covered up the detail. I need to come in and chip all this stuff out, make it flat in here so you can see the actual flames. Because if I just go over with this, as you can see over here, it doesn't, you can't tell because it's basically the same level as this. But I went in and made a motorcycle because they like motorcycles and put flames all the way around it. And they put, here, I'm an asshole. But, yep. The PVC poles are pretty nice on back of tombstones. I just used that foam board glue and it works pretty well. I did that with like all my tombstones last year. And it worked pretty well. It rattled a bit, but it sounded like someone was moving the tombstones, so that's pretty cool. But they stayed in place. None of them fell down like the year before where I just screwed in wood pieces to them. And that didn't work really well at all. Okay. Thanks to Erie Acres Cemetery on this, I made 4 of these. These are motion sensors from, so I can animate my props. I just bought 4 of these from Home Depot. Replacement motion sensor, 240 degrees. Dual bright, you want the dual bright off. And they're only 15 bucks each on clearance. They were 22. But, yep, just use those. Plug in whatever you want to turn on at a certain time. Like I have 4 props, I think, and then I can use fog machines with it and everything. I'm just gonna spray paint them black, the box, and that's pretty much it. Thanks to Erie Acres Cemetery. And that's, oh yeah, I also found these. These were like from like a candy box that was the display. All you do is you put a couple of AAA batteries in, and they have these red LEDs that flash. So I was just thinking about putting them in a foam skull, cut out the back, put these in, put the foam back in, and do something with it. I don't know, but yeah, just use anything. Well, as you can see, all the foam is put on my 2 pillars. This is the back side. I also put bolts and washers. As you can see, I made like little notches for my thing so the door can open. Put a big washer, a star washer, and a nut. There's the inside, top shelf. This will hold like speakers and stuff. Bottom shelf, I can put something in there and show it off in the hole right there. And then the bottom. The my fence attaches right here on this side, and as you can see right there, and on the bottom. Then the front looks like this right now. They look similar. This will have like a mesh cage right here, and then I can put something in there, and I'm gonna put like a black light right up here behind it so they can't see, and I can put that there. Right here is the 666 sign that moves, and then I'll attach that there, and then up here will be the wall fire sconces right there, and then I'll put like another sign that looks like the 666 sign, but it'll have established 2008 and maybe something else, I don't know. And then another cage on this pillar. I put screws and big washers on these to attach the foam. I also used Glidden gripper to attach the foam, but the screws and washers will make sure it doesn't go anywhere. So yeah, now all the foam is done. Hopefully I can get started sanding it down, carving it, and then put Drylok and T-stain it black, and hopefully I'll be done with the pillars for now this year, because I'll work on them for next year more when I have more time. But got a lot done. Got all the still need to carve, make these holes bigger in these. Got to put holes in the mini pillars in the bottom of it to put like a metal stake in to hold them up. Well, I made the grout lines, as you can see. So I used like a Black & Decker Wizard with Dremel sanding attachment, as you can see. So now I gotta finish up make the bricks look like stone type. I don't know. Make it look realistic. And then I'm gonna put Drylok, and then make black in the grout lines to make it the stones stand out more, and then go over it with and T-stain everything make it old, weathered, worn. But yep, that's the next step. Well, as you can see, I went in and like roughed it up a little bit, smoothed it down so it gives it the weathered texture. I left some smooth, but after I started putting Drylok on, I didn't like the smooth texture. I like the rough more. So I'm gonna go through, and I started on this one, and I'm gonna rough up all the blocks, so they all have that rough texture. You can see that. I also put, back up here, put that on there. EST established 2008. Put that sign there. That one will match. It will kind of match another sign that I'm going to put right there. You can see the outline of it. So after I rough it all up, I'll Drylok it. As you can see there. Looks pretty good, and then I'll go in and put like black in the grout lines. Not completely black, but just some. And then underneath it, I'll do like water down black and just drip it so it looks like it's weathered. And also do that on this side too. But Drylok takes a long time to dry. I forgot to say before, if you can see it, like the flat areas, like right there, I haven't sanded any of that down, and it needs another coat. But all the stuff I did sand, like right there, only has one coat, and it's basically completely covered. But like right next to it, that's smooth, needs 2 coats. So I recommend like just sanding everything down if you want the rock type look with Drylok. So just sand everything, then it will save you a whole another coat. Well, as you can see, like I went over this with the second coat, and it looks a lot better. There's no pink showing now, but this only needed 1 coat, and the flat surface needed 2 coats. And this side, I scraped it. It's all scraped, so it only needs 1 coat. As you can see, all over. This part is going to be covered up, so I don't need to do that. But 2 sides are done, and hopefully get the rest done tomorrow. I have the day off. I really like that sign. It's just being held up here with toothpicks. This was other foam that I just glued. I put toothpicks in, and then I glued it around the perimeter. But yeah, and then I'll put Drylok on, so that will stay on there. And here's an update on this tombstone that I was working on. See how after I carved it in, or cut out chipped it out, it looks a lot better. There's a lot more depth to it. You can see it now. So I just need to paint more on the back, and then that one is done. I forgot to mention that I got all of these are drilled out and ready to use the PVC to make the fencing. Like right here, as you can see, I had it re-drilled with some help. I also need to put holes in the posts and the mini pillars. And thanks for watching. Happy Halloween. Subscribe. Thanks. Check out my Facebook. Thanks.